I'm Nina and we're at the Thrift doing a little thrift with me, and today I'm not looking for anything really specific, like specific pieces. I'm looking for vibes. So I'm showing you guys some of the inspo. I just want to find things that feel like this will help kind of turn a simple outfit into just like feeling like has a little interest, has some ease, maybe some good pieces for layering, playing around with that. Just like nice wintry pieces. And I'm really excited to go see what they have. So let's go check it out. So starting in the shoes, these little wedge heels would be so cute for this spring. I loved the rosette on them and the little stretchy straps in this lime green. But then when I looked a little closer, I realized they were just falling apart. They were like pleather and it was just completely starting to disintegrate. So I had to pass on them. Now, another pair of fun little heels. These were kind of tempting to me in the like khaki green, but the heel was a little bit higher. I think if it had maybe just been like a 1-inch heel, I could have gone for it with the little pointed toe and everything. I wanted these to fit me so bad. Kenneth Cole Reaction tan clogs. I love a clog. These also have the little ergo toe that I'm so into. I like the contrasting. I like the little seam going around the toe, but when I was actually looking at them a little closer, I realized they were also starting to fall apart. The outer sole was starting to disintegrate as well as the lining. Now another pair of cutie mules, Old Nine West in satin with the squared off toe, perfect sized heel. But the satin on these was so tough, or stiff, I guess. I just knew that these were not going to be comfortable enough for me to genuinely wear, but absolutely love the look of these. Now, another pair, I'm just like obsessed with clogs and mules right now. These were so good, just like from the look of them. This is so fun, tapping into the whole boho thing with the cork sole and the suede. Just like the overall vibe of these platform clogs was fantastic. I like the little textures going on. They feel kind of seasonless because the cork is kind of spring, summer, but they have the black suede, so I feel like you could get away with them in fall too. But unfortunately, these were faux suede, and I just have learned my lesson with faux leather shoes from the Thrift, and that is that they usually fall apart. So I did leave those. Now in the bags, I really liked the idea of this kind of camel colored yellow bag. I love the hardware from this side. It was like perfect, but I did not love the big like logo thing on the other side. And I had to throw this in the cart because I was like, ooh, just like a big bag in a super warm tone with this crinkle texture is so good. Now, walking through the sweaters, I found this 100% cashmere Land's End little cardigan, and it was a half price color. Literally the perfect classic cardigan. I flipped it around, looked at the whole thing. I didn't find any moth holes or anything like that. I'm hoping it just like didn't fit someone anymore, but just perfect condition. Unfortunately, when I tried it on, it was just a little bit longer than what I would want. So I did also end up leaving this, but was like so close. I think if I ever actually got to fixing the things in my alterations pile, like I have a little pile for myself being like, oh, hem this, do whatever, then I'm allowed to start getting pieces again that I would need to hem, because like I totally could have just hemmed the bottom of this and it would have been fine. But right now I'm trying to not add more things to that pile before I've made any progress on it. Now, another cutie cardigan. I loved this little hook and eye on the collared cardigan. I feel like that's not something you see very often. Usually it'll be on a crew neck, but I just think it's so sweet. The little beading and stuff is what kind of threw me off with this. I think it's really cute, but that part is just not quite my style. Now, this striped tee, I don't know what it is, but recently I have been so drawn to like a striped long sleeve, especially in more of a boat neck silhouette. So I threw this in the cart. Now, this sweater, in person, the color was a little bit more teal and was just like so beautiful. I've also been starting to feel more drawn to teal. So I started looking at this and realized it was just like so crazy pilly. Now, this sweater, so fun. I feel like I've been starting to see more of these like ribbed 2000s turtleneck sweaters, especially in the like varied yarn and outfits on Pinterest and stuff. And I love the idea of doing something like this with like a straight leg jean and a little like pointed toe kitten heel. I love this grommet detail on this boat neck sweater. So good, 100% cotton, but what threw me off, as happens so often to me, is I'll be looking at the sweater and I'll be like, this is great, and I'll look at it really close, and then I'll notice the body is oversized, but the sleeves are just a little too narrow. This sweater, I don't usually like this kind of material, it's almost like velvet knit, but for some reason with the like slouchy cowl neck, the velvety knit was working for me. I think if this had a slightly different silhouette towards the bottom, like if it hadn't had this rounded hem and been quite so oversized, like if this had been a little bit more fitted, kind of like slinky feeling, I could have been really into this. Now, another cute little cardigan. I love a snap cardigan, and I'm just so into snaps right now, but this one had this weird like oxidation going on from the snaps. So I did have to leave it because I don't know how to fix that. I saw this little beanie and I feel like this is something that I would see someone wearing on Pinterest and be like, oh, that's so fun and cool. But then I just can't commit to it. I don't know. I've like been getting really tempted by these 2000s beanies. What do we think? Are we like for the 2000s beanie? Feeling a little bit Lorelai Gilmore, or are we not buying into them? Another striped top because I can't help myself. And this one was kind of like a slinky nylon knit, but I knew that it was gonna be too big for me because like with something like this, I want it to be fitted, and this was just like gonna be too loose to give the fit that I wanted. So I left it. Now this top, I don't know why I'm like wanting to buy summer things, but I guess I am, because this top was so cute to me. It was 100% linen and it had the daintiest little floral pattern, and I just love the idea of wearing it like this with just like the top button or maybe the top 2 buttons done and then leaving the rest open. Unfortunately, this is another one where I could just tell it was going to be too big for me. It was not going to have the fit that I would be going for with this, so I did leave it. But I did find this really cute glass beaded necklace, which I'm so excited about because I love the idea of layering little beaded necklaces like this, kind of in the way that we were layering like chain necklaces and charm necklaces over the past couple years. Getting like a couple different little strings of beaded necklaces like this I think would be so cute. So this is not my style in terms of the cut of this at all, but I had to show it because the fabric of this blazer is incredible. I was so excited when I saw the sleeve sticking out. I just think this is such a beautiful plaid. Like if this had been in pants or a skirt or even just like a different cut of blazer, I would have had to take it home with me. A red ribbed sweater, which I have such a weakness for. This was really tempting. It was like more fitted silhouette, high neck, which I absolutely love, but it had a lot of just like little spots that had wear. Another little red top, 3/4 length sleeves, little polo top. And I think it was from like a country club uniform or something, but I've been also really drawn to little polo tops more recently. Honestly, I'm like always drawn to them. I feel like I go through phases where I'm really into them and then I'll get over it and then I'll be really into them again. And right now I'm in a really into them phase. Now, this velvet top like reminds me so much of something that I would have worn in like high school or college, with the little like loop buttons. I loved the closure on this. Perfectly cropped like this with some high-waisted like tapered jeans would have been my go-to in high school or college. I would have been like, I am so cool right now with a top like this. This jacket, the jackets were crazy today. Very 90s minimal, so sleek, even had a belt, really soft, like incredibly soft leather. The only issue was there was like really uneven distressing on the shoulders. Like you can kind of see it in this shot on the right shoulder, or I guess the left shoulder, but right when you look at it shoulder, you can see it's like a lot lighter. And so when you looked closer at it in person, it was just so worn. This raincoat was so tempting to me because I'm pretty sure this is the exact raincoat that I had when I was a little kid, except mine was green. Like it had the little whales inside and everything. And I just have such a weakness for a rubberized raincoat. I just think it's so cute. It makes me want to go stomp around in the rain. This did have some weird puckering kind of throughout it, where I don't know if it got melted or just something weird happened. But then I found this trench and I got so excited. I was like, did I finally find my trench? Did I find my perfect trench? Is this gonna be it? I grab it, put it in my cart, and then I go to try it on, and it fits completely different than how it looked to me on the hanger. And I think it may have just like been in my head. I thought it was gonna fit better. It was just like smaller and then was just shorter than what I wanted. Okay, now this top, so cute, little flutter sheer sleeves with the beading, like so unique. These are the tops that you want to find at the thrift. Like it's so beautiful. The texture, it's so simple, but it just has the details that make it special. So I wanted to grab this, but this is another one where I was like, I know this isn't gonna fit me. I will leave it for someone else. Now this top I did grab. Remember how I was talking about how I love polos? Vintage Gap, $3.99 half price, $2. It was like a nylon, almost sheer fabric, which I feel like could also be styled in like a kind of sportier way too. And looked like it was gonna have a kind of baby tee little fit, so I had to grab it. When I tried this one on, it was too loose. I wanted it to be a little bit more fitted. Now this jacket, also I'm going between shirts and jackets because the aisles are next to each other. I was so excited. This is so cool. Had a little faux fur vest inside so it would keep you really warm. It was quilted, felt like it was gonna be super warm. Had a really simple fit otherwise, but I loved the quilting texture and just like the color of this. I feel like this with blue jeans is a perfect combo. But when I tried this on, it was too small for me. I guess it wasn't too small. I like put it on and it fit okay, but I felt like the little kid from Christmas Story because I just couldn't like fully put my arms down. Now this jacket, Vintage Guess, suede with faux fur in the most beautiful dark brown, and it had these little like western stitching details that I really loved. A little bit of a longer line jacket gave me kind of like 90s does 70s vibes, and then it had another little nod to the western stitching on the back. This was so freaking cute, but just had like a little too much wear for me. I was staring at this for a good 15 minutes trying to figure out like, should I put it in my cart? Should I leave it? Should I put it in? Should I leave it? I decided to leave it because I'm trying to be really picky, especially with suede, to make sure I'm only getting pieces that are in really good condition. Now, this jacket, not really my style, but love the asymmetrical zipper. I'm just so into an asymmetrical closure right now. Then I saw this leather jacket, so classic, very 90s, just like a loose fit, but not crazy oversized. The thing that threw me off was this like stitching detail in the middle that looks like, I don't know, like a sideways K or something. I don't know why it had that, and I wish it didn't, because I feel like otherwise this would have been perfect. Now this black wool coat, I have been looking for a long black coat like this for so long. I like the kind of exaggerated lapels. It even had the tag on it, so I don't think it had ever been worn. Wool and cashmere blend, just like so good. Had kind of an A-line shape. And when I tried it on, it just fit exactly how I wanted it to. Oversized in all the right way, but not like I was fully drowning in it. Now, looking at bottom, this was actually in the pajama section. These pinstriped DKNY trousers, wide leg, looked like they were going to be kind of a lower rise. Really solid, really classic trousers. Remind me of the Peachy Den Lennox trousers. So I grabbed them, put them in my cart, did not end up taking them home because I already have dark brown pinstripe trousers. So this was more of me just like wishful thinking. Then I saw this beautiful fluttery black skirt with these little multiple like chiffon layers on top of each other that I am so into. It had the micro lace hem at the waistline that I love. I'm like so mad at myself because I did not bring this skirt home. I think it was just because I was like getting hungry for lunch and feeling antsy, but I think I didn't even try it on. I think I like brought it into the changing room and then was just like, no, I'm not gonna try this on. I don't feel like it. And now I really wish I had. That is everything that I found. So let's head home and I'll give you guys a haul of what I ended up getting. Hey, I'm back from the thrift store and I only ended up getting a couple things, but I'm still really excited about them. So let's just get into it. The first thing is this black wool coat. It's actually wool and cashmere nylon. I think it's like 10% cashmere, 20% nylon, and the rest is wool. It's so good. Like, I'll try it on so you guys can see, but it has a kind of like 90s lapel, which I have been really into and haven't really seen on like longer coats like this. And it was $15, which feels kind of crazy. I also think it was never worn because it still has this tag on it, which is kind of cool. But it's so good. It's like oversized in the exact right way, and it's super long, which is what I have been really wanting. Here, let me like rearrange it a little bit so you can see like full length what it looks like. Now you can see how long it is. Don't mind my little slippers, but it's so good. I love that it is, I don't know, kind of like flares out at the bottom, very like kind of A shape, and I just like, it's just so slouchy and oversized in the best possible way. It's really soft, I think, because of the cashmere and nylon, and it feels super warm, but it's not crazy heavy. So beautiful, literally the perfect black wool coat for this winter. And I'm just so excited about it. I really like how oversized and just like twirly the bottom is. I love how long this is on me. Like, this is the length I want. It's not gonna get dirty from me wearing it, but it's pretty much down to my ankles. And I'm so excited about it. Now, the other thing I got, let me put you back here. The other thing I got is this beaded necklace. It's like clear glass beads, really beautiful. It's kind of like a mid-length. And I'm just really excited because I love the idea of like layering this with other necklaces, like maybe with other chains. I feel like people got really into layering like chains and charm necklaces, and I feel like it is very cool to think about now layering these beaded necklaces for like this year. And I saw this one picture on Pinterest that made me think about this, and these just like feel like really good. Feels like really good quality. It's so simple. Clear beads will go with every single thing and just adds a different texture, a little bit of fun. But yeah, so kind of light, but still really solid pieces that I am so excited to have in my wardrobe. But thank you so much for being here. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can see all the other thrift with me's and outfit videos and all that good stuff. And if you want to see my day-to-day outfits, I try to put them over on my Instagram stories. I think that's everything, but I'll see you next time. Bye.